Hi, I'm Randy Robison. This is Life Today TV, digital edition. I'm here with Jeff Allen. If you don't know who Jeff Allen is, just Google his name, because there's tons of videos out there, more than even he realizes out there of his material.
Right.
It's great comic material.
Right.
So,
Absolutely.
what's up? Other than you being on everybody else's
I'm just
YouTube
glad
channel.
you guys dropped the charges and let me come back to your set. That's all I know. It's been a lot of years, so it's
Yeah,
nice to
well,
be
your
back.
parole officer called. He said, I want proof
That's
that he's
right.
where he says he is. So I said, I'll put him on camera.
That's right. So this is digitized.
Yeah. And you can use it on your YouTube channel. I'll just say, if you don't follow his YouTube channel, you should follow it, because he's pouring his life into that right now, and it's entertaining, right? How's
Subscribe.
that? So yeah, subscribe. See, that's what you got to start saying.
It's all new to me, man. It's all new, and
your Twitter people follow.
Right.
Your Instagrammers, I don't know what they do. Follow or subscribe. Somebody can help me out here.
Yeah.
And your friends on Facebook, or you follow on Facebook.
Well, it's just hard. I just saw a video of Tracy Ullman. It was brilliant comedy on her deathbed as a mother, and her kids were all surrounding her, and you know how as you're dying, you have all these regrets. Well, her regrets were, I should have taken more video of my food. I should have, this is going to be the next generation.
Right,
their regrets. I didn't take enough Instagram photos, So it's hard for me.
Yeah, I know. Believe me, there's
I
stuff
just
I
don't think
get
it's all that interesting.
Yeah, you were just, I got Rich's book still on the set.
Yeah.
And you saw him. He's like Mr. Instagram.
Is he?
He's talking to his wife on his phone while he's in between shows.
Well,
and
he's
stuff.
under 40.
Evidently.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all get it.
They sleep with GoPros on because they don't want to miss anything.
There you go. So what are you up to lately?
Working. I'll be working until they put me in the dirt. My wife and I decided last year to take on a lot of debt, totally against Dave Ramsey's teachings. And
oh, you meaning you
well, we
amassed
said our
some-
marriage was really good, so
Yeah.
what can we do to screw it up? And we thought, let's take on a remodel, and 5 months of living in our basement. And we came this close more than once to just going, you know what, this ain't working out. Let's move on.
So they're redoing everything up in the house. And
Upstairs, and it's beautiful now.
And it all came in on
I'll
time.
tell you where it
under
was
budget?
at. We started in June or something. I don't know. I'm laying in bed in July. We just had another argument, over whatever. I don't know, toast. And so I said, they said, what, 5 months, babe, 4 months? Yeah. She said, yeah. So I said, we've been at this, 6, 7 weeks? She goes, 9 days, Jeff. So I was like, not what? She goes, it doesn't start when we pack up the pod, which sat on my front lawn for 5 months, this pod. And then it starts when they hit a wall with a hammer, and they started at like 9 days in July. And literally gutted. It started with, we need to redo the kitchen, because 3 times a year we had the grandchildren over, and people had to eat in separate rooms because we had a small little ranch house. So I understood that. I said, that's great. And then she said, I'm over my head. I'm going to hire a designer. And not knowing what that meant, I came home from the road one day, and the designer decided that we needed an open concept. If I hear that word one more time, yeah. So for a while, my upstairs looked like a bowling alley. It really did. It was open. We took our old garage and made a kitchen out of it.
Did you have any fun while it was gutted?
No.
No?
Not at all. Again, it was like living in a dorm. So when you're in college and 19, dorms are kind of cool. They're small and, whatever. But when you're 60 and you're used to space, we had a little kitchenette in the bay. Literally 5 months. Cooking on a microwave and
to make you miss the road?
Plate. It did. I prayed. I prayed to God, because we were fighting a lot. And I said, Lord, please, just anything. I'll take a comedy club again for 3 days. I don't care. And apparently the God wanted me to fight, because we got nothing.
What did you learn out of it?
What I learned was, one thing, and if you want to be serious about this, I learned about me that when conflict enters, I have a fight or flight response to conflict. And it got to the point where I would just immediately want to leave, bail. And she'd go, where are you going? And I go, I don't know. I start pacing like a caged cat.
Yeah.
And eventually I started talking to somebody because I was confused about how I was reacting to all of this. I really was a jerk. It really was. And I knew it, but I couldn't stop it. So anyway, he said, what was your conflict like growing up? And I said, well, there was none, because if you questioned my dad's authority, he'd throw you against a wall. And you learn real quick that, and he goes, well, that's probably what it is every time, And I started thinking about, previous relationships prior to meeting my wife as when conflict entered. I think Scott Peck said, true love begins when conflict enters. You can't have love without conflict. It doesn't exist. Human relationships always have conflict. So until you have conflict, you don't have a chance for genuine love. And I understood that because, when I dated, when conflict entered, I'd leave. That was it. And people would ask, what happened to, she wasn't worth the hassle. So when my son said, how'd you know mom was the one? I said, because I knew she was worth the hassle. And he goes, I don't get it. I go, you will one day.
You will one day, right? Give him time.
My favorite story was he was adolescent love, floating through the house, and it's my 9th day, 4th hour anniversary.
Yeah, I know. I got
and we started talking man to man when he was 14 or 15 because he had a girlfriend, and so anyway, that day came. And the phone rang, it was his girlfriend, and he got gutted like a trout for like 20 minutes. I don't know what she was saying, but he was just, but you won't let me, Anyway, at one point I'm walking by and he looks at me, he's got tears in his eyes, and the only thing I could think to say to him was, what anniversary are you on today? And when he hangs up, I go, what was that about? He goes, I have no clue. And I go, you never will. You never will. Some days they just want to fight. So.
And they just want someone to listen.
That's it.
They're going to ask you questions. They don't want answers to.
That's right.
That's good stuff. All right, I got to let you get down to the broadcast show. You got a new website, though.
It's the same website, but we have a brand new design, and we're engaging. I'm engaging with my fans now. I really am. And if you Facebook, Jeff Allen, comedian Jeff Allen. I'm sure there's other ones on there, but. The fan page, and then the Twitter is at Jeff Allen Comedy, and Instagram's at Jeff Allen Comedy. And again, I'm trying to engage, so it'll be fun. And have your kids show you what it looks like.
Exactly. Right. Check out more Jeff Allen on the broadcast show of Life Today as well, if you're not already out there following his stuff, which I encourage. But you can see him on the broadcast show, and he's going to give more of his testimony. That's available at lifetoday.org. Thank you for watching and sharing this interview. Be sure to check out the social media for Life Today Television, and you can connect with me on Facebook and Twitter. And if you haven't already subscribed or followed this channel, do it now so you can see more of our great guests.